Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite Dr. Tushara Hewagigana to introduce our new president, Dr. Ganga Vidana Patirana.
Very good evening to all of you. It is my pleasure to introduce the new president of the College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka for the year 2026 to 27, Vitana Patiranhalage Nishani Ganga Vitana Patirana. Dr. Ganga was born in Negombo as the first child of a family with 4 girls. Her father is late Mr. Gunatilaka Vitana Patirana, who was a retired Air Force officer and a former Sri Lankan volleyball captain. Her mother is Mrs. Sunetra Kalyani, a retired biology teacher. Ganga was brought up in Nitambua. She has 3 sisters, and one of them, Tatsarani, is also a consultant in the same specialty, chemical pathology. Ganga had her primary education at St. Mary's College, Veyangoda, and secondary education at Bandaranayaka Central College, Veyangoda, and Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Gampaha. She obtained gold medals for best ordinary level and advanced level results and won the subject prizes for botany, zoology, and chemistry as well. She was a brilliant all-rounder during her school days and engaged in many extracurricular activities. She was a senior school prefect. She was awarded the Best Girl Guide in 1994. Ganga held top board positions in clubs and societies including the Science Society, the Red Cross Society, Buddhist Society, Art Circle, Social Service Society, Photographic Society, Wildlife Society, and Computer Science Society. She is an ordained Kandyan dancer. She is certified from Buddhist Dharmacharya examination and has been a teacher in many Dhamma schools. Upon completion of her advanced level examination, she worked as a management trainee in a reputed bank till she took up the undergraduate training in medicine. Ganga entered the Faculty of Medicine, University of Sri Javardhanapura in 1999 and passed her MBBS with second-class honors in 2004. She worked as a demonstrator in the Department of Physiology, Faculty of Medicine, University of Sri Javardhanapura till her internship. She completed her internship at the professorial unit of the Colombo cluster of hospitals, and she did her post-internship as a pediatric SHO at the base hospital, Homagama. She entered into the chemical pathology postgraduate stream in 2009 and trained as a registrar and a senior registrar in chemical pathology at the National Hospital of Sri Lanka. Her supervisors were Dr. Saroja Sirivardhana and late Dr. Melianthi Gunatilaka. Ganga completed her MD in chemical pathology in 2015. After the untimely demise of Dr. Melianthi Gunatilaka, Dr. Ganga took up her supervisor's role and poured her heart out to ensure an uninterrupted service at the Department of Chemical Pathology at the National Hospital of Sri Lanka. During her post-MD period, she worked as an acting consultant at the District General Hospitals, Chilau and Negombo. Dr. Ganga completed her overseas training in Perth West Fiona Stanley Hospital in Perth, Australia, under the guidance of Professor Samuel Vasikaran. During her training at Perth, she published a review article on fecal calprotectin and was honored to have it been appeared in Clinical Biochemist Reviews, a prominent scientific journal. The Royal College of Pathologists in Australia quoted this article as a reference for the development of fecal calprotectin reference ranges. After completion of her overseas training, she was appointed as a consultant chemical pathologist to District General Hospital, Mathura. While she was in District General Hospital, Mathura, she covered up District General Hospitals, Hambantota and Thangalla during the troublesome COVID pandemic. Ganga is a technical assessor at the Sri Lanka Accreditation Board and actively participates in laboratory assessments to improve the laboratory quality in Sri Lanka. She worked as a joint secretary of the College of Chemical Pathologists, Sri Lanka from 2019 to 2021 and was the co-editor of the college from the year 2023 and 24. She also worked as the secretary of the Ruhunu Clinical Society in 2020, 21, 22 and 23. Ganga participated as a resource person in several national and international conferences. She participated as a guest speaker at the 17th APFCB Congress in Sydney, Australia 2024. She is an examiner at all levels of chemical pathology examinations and is a visiting lecturer at the PGIM. Currently, she is working as the consultant chemical pathologist at the teaching hospital Ratnapura, providing a dedicated service to the Sabaragamuwa province. She pioneered starting drug assays and expanded the chemical pathology test panel at TH Ratnapura. She also serves as a visiting lecturer in Faculty of Medicine, University of Sabaragamuwa. Her interest has gone beyond the field of medicine. She actively involves in the field of plantation, gardening, and export agriculture. Ganga is married to Dr. Suminda Jayasekara, and they are blessed with two sons, Nishan and Nadun, who are studying at the Royal College, Colombo. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's my honor to invite Dr. Ganga Vitana Patirana, the President of the College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka, to deliver the welcome address.
Ayubowan. Good evening. The Chief Guest, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, Honorable Minister of Health and Mass Media, the Guest of Honor, Senior Professor Jayantha Balawardena, Chancellor, University of Uvavellassa, Sri Lanka, and Senior Professor in Clinical Oncology, Sir John Kothalavala Defence University. Our esteemed orator, Dr. Samuel Vasikaran, Consultant Chemical Pathologist at Perth Laboratory Medicine, Western Australia. Invited speakers, officials from Ministry of Health, past presidents, fellows, council, and members of the College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka. Presidents and members from professional colleges and organizations, ladies and gentlemen. It is an utmost privilege to stand before you today as the President of the College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka. I extend my deepest gratitude to the members of this college for placing your trust in me. To be granted this leadership in the highest accolade a chemical pathologist can receive in this country, and I accept it with profound humility. I thank Dr. Tushara Hewagigana, and his council for the work they have done during the last year. As we have done in the past, this year too, we plan to work as a team, sharing our ideas to make our college into new heights. As chemical pathologists, we hold a unique responsibility. We dive deep into blood and body fluids, decoding their hidden molecular secrets to provide clinicians with the vital answers they need for patient care. Over the decades, our field shifted from labor-intensive manual tests to high-throughput rapid automated analyzers. Today, chemical pathology stands as an essential, highly sophisticated diagnostic field for endocrine and metabolic subspecialty. The history of diagnostic medicine in Sri Lanka did not begin with modern automation. It dates back to many centuries. Ancient Sri Lanka possessed a highly advanced diagnostic ecosystem which blended our indigenous tradition, Helavedakama, with Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani influences. This system thrived under royal patronage. King Buddhadasa, a celebrated physician king, himself established an organized healthcare system with sophisticated specialized hospital clinics. He authored the Sarartha Sangraha, a comprehensive medical treatise detailing advanced diagnosis, drug preparation, anatomy, and surgery. Remarkably, Sri Lanka is home to the oldest archaeological evidence of a hospital in the world. The Mihintale Hospital, built by King Sena II in the 9th century. Here, patients were diagnosed and meticulously treated using specialized herbal baths for complex conditions like rheumatism and migraine. Our ancestors even pioneered early biochemistry. Long before modern lab assays, Sri Lankans practiced traditional urine examinations, assessing color, appearance, and consistency. They utilized Thailabindu Pariksha, an oil drop test, where sesame oil was dropped into a patient's urine to detect early pregnancy. They observed that urine of pregnant had a distinct, denser appearance due to a unique substance, what we now scientifically isolate and measure as human chorionic gonadotrophin. Modern diagnostic medicine, as we call it now, began during European rule. Western medical school of thoughts first arrived along with the Portuguese invasion. Portuguese made hospitals in Colombo, Galle, Jaffna, and Mena to treat their officials and soldiers. In the Dutch occupation, hospitals and medical record keeping was further organized. The basic clinical diagnostic practice was established. They built a well-spacious and equipped hospital in Colombo around 1680 in the present-day Achelan Square. It was recorded that the Dutch East Asia Company had no better hospital in Southeast Asia than this one in Colombo. The hospital even featured a laboratory managed by a doctor and 3 assistants where various medicines were prepared. This hospital building still exists as one of the oldest in Sri Lanka, but not as a hospital, but as a vibrant shopping and dining precinct. In British period, scientific diagnostic medicine was introduced. Establishment of Civil Medical Department in 1858, headed by Sir William Kinsey, saw a transition of medical care given from the military to the civilians. In 1864, Colombo General Hospital, now the National Hospital of Sri Lanka, established. Diagnostic capability got accelerated with the opening of Colombo Medical School in 1870. Later, it became a part of University of Colombo. The Soisa Bacteriological Institute was established in 1900 and later in 1946 it was renamed and restructured as Medical Research Institute, the MRI. Its main role was diagnosing infectious diseases such as malaria, cholera, plague, and tuberculosis. During that period, laboratory services were very limited and mainly used for public health investigations rather than routine hospital diagnosis of individual patients. The expansion of hospital laboratories took place in early 20th century. As the infrastructure of hospital developed further, the laboratory facilities too started appearing inside the hospitals. The Colombo General Hospital established clinical laboratory in 1921 for bacteriological diagnosis. This diagnostic laboratory service had further been subspecialized into microbiology, histopathology, hematology, and chemical pathology. After gaining the independence, the government further expanded its healthcare services. Creation of the professional colleges in laboratory medicine, which helped standardizing the laboratory medicine. This period strengthened the professional structure of laboratory medicine. From 1970s to 1990s, laboratory medicine became more advanced. New specialties like immunology, virology, and molecular diagnostics appeared. Institutions such as Postgraduate Institute of Medicine began training specialist pathologists. Sri Lanka Accreditation Board was established in 2005 to ensure the quality of laboratory services. In the context of establishment of chemical pathology services in Sri Lanka, a significant milestone had taken place in 1994 with the appointment of the first board-certified PGIM trained chemical pathologist, Dr. Saroja Siriwardana, at the National Hospital of Sri Lanka. Following this achievement, the training program in chemical pathology at the Postgraduate Institute of Medicine was standardized, paving the way to expand the field across the entire island. Currently, there are a number of postgraduate training centers all over the country, and consultant chemical pathologists in those centers execute their dedicated service in teaching of postgraduate trainees in chemical pathology. Their involvement in teaching further enhances the knowledge and expertise in the field of chemical pathology, ensuring the growth, interest, and the development of the specialty. Over time, the specialty of chemical pathology has grown, and by the year 2026, a total number of 36 board-certified chemical pathologists have been produced. All the national hospitals, teaching hospitals, and district general hospitals provide 24/7 service with comprehensive chemical pathology test panel, including dynamic function test, under supervision of a consultant chemical pathologist. In addition to the consultants practicing in hospitals, we have dedicated chemical pathologists attached to Ministry of Health, and the medical faculties actively contribute to the education and training of both medical students and medical laboratory science students. The test panel of National Hospital Colombo, Karapitiya, and Kandy are so advanced, they are capable of performing radiological guided venous sampling testing to diagnose diseases and localize the tumors in collaboration with the respective interventional radiology teams. The Lady Ridgeway Hospital was developed as a specialized center for pediatric chemical pathology and inborn errors of metabolism. Apeksha Hospital Maharagama caters comprehensive tumor marker panel for oncology patients. Medical Research Institute now conducts a national external quality assurance program, neonatal hypothyroidism screening program, and highly specialized chemical pathology testing. The College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka was established in October 2015 under the leadership of late Dr. Mrs. Milyanthi Gunathilaka, with the primary objective of promoting the advancement of chemical pathology and disseminating clinical and technical knowledge among medical fraternity. The aim of CCPSL has always been ensure the best patient care through continuous education and to work in collaboration among our members and with other related groups. Over the past 10 years, our college has been thriving rapidly, and now it has very well established as a standard and well-reputed professional organization. During this short period, we have managed to bring our college, which could now stand unparalleled with all other prestigious specialized colleges in Sri Lanka. My sincere gratitude goes to all the past presidents, office bearers, councils, and the members of the CCPSL for their dedicated and tireless service given for the recognition and upliftment of the college. Notwithstanding the number of obstacles to face along an extremely difficult pathway to the present state that we are today. The annual academic session 2026, which commenced today in Colombo, is yet another highlight of our annual events. This session brings together numerous local and international experts in chemical pathology and other relevant specialties. The presence and contribution of these experts will add immense value to the event and enhance the productive knowledge of the members of the college. I, along with the council, wish to express our gratitude to the national and international speakers who are with us today in making invaluable contribution through sharing their knowledge and experiences. The College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka has at present linked with the global community of chemical pathologists. As a member of the International Federation of Clinical Chemistry, IFCC, and the Asia Pacific Federation of Clinical Chemistry, APFCB. Thus, this annual academic session is being held under the auspices of IFCC and APFCB. This year, we have 2-day academic sessions going along with the parallel sessions of medical laboratory science and an industrial exhibition. This comprehensive program is aimed at improving knowledge and providing an international experience to all participants. Looking towards the future, we aim to extend chemical pathology service, ensuring high-quality laboratory services to all the citizens, regardless of their geographical location. To achieve this, establishment of efficient sample transport facilities and implementation of streamlined report delivery system with minimum turnaround time is crucial. We advocate for a referral laboratory system that networks the entire country, connecting all hospitals with the main referral laboratories. This system will enhance the uniformity and effectiveness of chemical pathology services. To improve the quality of pre-analytical phase, it is important to have national level training programs to healthcare professionals on sample collection and transport. We recommend the implementation of a national courier system using existing resources to maintain the integrity of samples during transportation and also ensure the delivery of report in time. By working together, embracing multidisciplinary collaboration and shared experience, we can effectively utilize laboratory medicine to optimize resource allocation, improve healthcare outcome, and ultimately provide the best possible care for the patients. Please let me take this opportunity to thank special personalities in my personal and professional life. My profound gratitude goes to my parents, my late father, Mr. Gunatilaka Vitana Patirana, and my mother, Mrs. Sunitra Kalyani. Your love, sacrifices, and guidance made me who I am today. I would like to appreciate my 3 sisters, Tatsarani, Malmi, and Anjali, and my aunts and uncles, my in-laws, for their support in difficult periods in my life. I am forever indebted to my academic mentors, my local supervisors, Dr. Saroja Sirivardhana, and late Dr. Milyanti Gunatilaka, and my overseas supervisor, Professor Sam Masikaran, for their priceless wisdom. Thank you to my school teachers, the faculty at the University of Sri Jayawardenepura, and my supervisors during my internship and post-internship at NHSL, LRH, DMH, and Base Hospital, Homagama. I would like to acknowledge and appreciate the effort of the office bearers and the council members of the CCPSL and the honorary advisor, Dr. Rajitha Samarasinghe. To our joint secretaries, Dr. Madita Ibrahim and Dr. Tatsarani Vitanapatirana, you have worked with a sisterly bond and tireless dedication to make this event a success. Your assistance is beyond evaluation. Thank you to our treasurer, Dr. Shamali Gunaratna, for her meticulous financial stewardship. Our co-editors, Dr. Imala Jayasinghe and Dr. Mika Fernando, for compiling our scientific abstracts, and Dr. Dulani Jayawardena and Dr. Kisali Hirmuthagoda for their unwavering support during challenging times. My heartfelt appreciation goes to my medical officers, Dr. Renuka, Dr. Nadisha, Dr. Hasini, and Dr. Himashi, alongside the laboratory staff and all my wonderful colleagues at Teaching Hospital Ratnapura. But last but not least, to my dear sons, Nishan and Nadun, you are my absolute wealth, filling my life with love and hope. And to my husband, Saminder, you are my ultimate strength, gracefully sharing every hardship of my personal and professional life. Thank you. To everyone here tonight and to everyone who has contributed to the journey, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As the president of CCPSL, I extend a cordial invitation to all members, healthcare professionals, and stakeholders to work partnership with the College of Chemical Pathologists of Sri Lanka. Let us uphold the values of excellence, collaboration, and lifelong learning. Through our collective commitment, we will continue to shape and strengthen the future of chemical pathology in Sri Lanka and beyond. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, Madam.